Hey everyone, here's my Garrett Infinium LS. It's a pulse machine. I've had it for about 2 years now. Don't use it that often. I've probably used it maybe 40 times in the 2 years I've had it, just because it's a pulse machine. Now when you get the thing, I brought it used, and now I got it for about $600 used, but it comes with a cheap shaft, and the handle on it just hurts your wrist. The way, see how it's shaped, it hurts your wrist. And the thing weighs 5 pounds. Well, so I ordered a different shaft, which is the Reedman shaft. And it had a nice grip handle on there and everything. I ordered it, but I didn't like it either. This was only like $35. So then I decided to get me a Anderson Detector shaft. That's made out of carbon fiber. I don't know if you could see that, but carbon fiber shaft made by Anderson. And these go for $150, and I really recommend it. As you can see, the Infinium, it comes with this huge 14-inch double D search coil. It's really heavy with the stock shaft. Well, when you mount it on this one, you can adjust the box and put it behind the arm cuff. If you put the control box behind the arm cuff, it levels out the detector. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but when you hold it up, it keeps it balanced, just like that. It keeps the whole detector balanced. I can actually balance it on one finger if I could hold it up all the way. And that's really good, because it don't feel like it weighs 5 pounds. When you put your arm through here and hold it, it feels like it weighs about 3.5. And I could swing it all day. One little tip here is what you need to do. When you have a Garrett Infinium or any pulse machine, it's great to run the cable up the shaft about 14 inches before you start to wrap it. This custom carbon fiber Anderson long shaft, it comes with cam locks. Now, I'm rough on my stuff, so I had to reinforce it. So I put some glue, just hot glue all around in here, so the cam lock wouldn't move, because I actually broke it off because I beat it up against too many trees in the woods while I was swinging. But it's a really great shaft. I love it. And here's some other coils I recommend, especially for heavy mineralized ground like DIV and on white sand beaches. I always use the small 8-inch mono coil. And when you mount this coil to the shaft, you'll need to move the box up to right here. There's 2 holes right here, and that's where you want to mount the control box, right here. And you just put your bolts through and tighten them with a wrench, and that's what I did, and makes it really sturdy. And that will balance out the shaft while using the small 8-inch coil. Now for this coil, it weighs about the same weight, so it would still, great place to mount the box would be right here if you're using that coil as well. This is a 10-inch double D. I've used it a couple times. But this is a really great machine. I love it. Now, some people don't know a pulse machine is a completely different detector than any VLF machine. You can't compare VLF detectors to pulse machines. It's like you can't compare the Garrett AT Pro to the Garrett Infinium, just because they're 2 different types of machines. A pulse machine is good for heavy mineralized soil when white sand beaches, and they go off of tones. They don't have target ID or anything like that, and they're very low discrimination on them. It's hard to discriminate out signals. Let me show you this. This thing's pretty tall when you have the shaft all the way up, but here's the basic look of the detector. And your discrimination goes from 0 to 9. Well, I normally keep it around 3, and that gets rid of, well, it don't get rid of anything. It actually, all the shallow iron targets that are like 3 to 5 inches deep give an iron signal, which would be a low high. And all the deep iron targets, like if there was a nail 10 inches deep, it would still give a great signal, even with the iron discrimination up at 3, or even all the way. But a good thing about this Garrett Infinium is it has iron check right there. So if you get a signal and you think it's going to be iron, you just turn this all the way to iron check, and if you can't pick it up as well, then it's not iron. But if you could still pick it up fine, it's iron. That's really cool. But for DIV hunts and stuff like that, I always keep my iron discrimination at 3. That fools the bullets and makes them show up as high-low signals instead of low-high signals. And I keep my threshold around 5 to 6, just right for my headphones. And you'll need to ground balance it in the fast position, all the way at the fast if I can turn it, and then back to slow, and then put it on lock. And that will lock the settings for that ground. And I'm using the Killer Bee headphones on here. Killer Bee Wasp headphones. And they have this little circuit switch right here, that black one. That adjusts the volume, like high or low. Plus the knob does too. And it works well with the Infinium. And I have a custom made adapter on here. I don't know if you could see it. Custom made adapter. What we did was, you see the little swirly thing right there? Well, we cut that off the standard Garrett headphones that comes with the AT Pro. They come with this, so you just cut the cord off the headphones. You go to Radio Shack and you solder on a female adapter piece, and then you have your own adapter. It actually works better than the ones Garrett makes, believe it or not, but they just need to put these on there. If they put these, it keeps them from breaking. I've had this one on here over a year. It's a great adapter. And I just taped it to the back of the machine. It works well. So anyway, just wanted to show you all the custom shaft on my Infinium. It's very lightweight shaft. I like it a lot. And you got the cam locks, and they have an adjustable knob on there. This thing only feels like maybe 3 pounds like this, and just I highly recommend the shaft if you have a Garrett Infinium. It's one of the best shafts out there. So anyway, thanks for watching, good luck, and happy hunting.